I'm Simon Beer, Managing Director of a company called Big Wave Marketing. We're a full-service agency. We employ 50 staff across Exeter, Torbay, Plymouth. Full service, so we do web development, graphic design, paid media management, social, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff.
Fair enough.
I'm from Torquay. I love Torquay, and I'm here because I just love the local business scene, and I want Torbay to do well and for businesses to prosper. We've been involved with Riviera Connect for 3 years since it started, and it gets bigger and bigger every year. And it's amazing just walking around, seeing all the stands, which also get bigger and improve year on year. I think the first year, most people had pop-up roller banners. This year, there's loads of professional stands, some really big, colourful ones. So there's some great stuff going on here.
Oh, fantastic. So you've kind of seen it grow over the 3 years that you've been involved. So what is your involvement with Riviera Connect? I know that you're a sponsor, but what does that entail? What does that mean? What are you doing behind the scenes? What is that like?
Yeah, so we're a sponsor in kind. So we deliver all of the marketing for Riviera Connect. So we provide the website, we do all the email shots, we do all the design, all the socials. Anything that's Riviera Connect marketing is produced by our team back at the ranch.
Brilliant.
And then I sit in the steering group, or the committee group, or the organising panel, and we figure out all the logistics of how to get the show up and running.
Excellent stuff.
Which is sometimes amusing. You get the random things that crop up. There's a really great team behind Riviera Connect, which is made up of people from across different businesses.
Fantastic.
Across Torbay. It's great.
So you kind of dug yourself a hole with that one. What's the weirdest thing that you've got out of the Riviera Connect kind of, what questions or that you can talk about that kind of have come up? What's the strangest thing that you've had to do for Riviera Connect?
Strangest thing I've had to do. Well, today's interesting, isn't it? Because you arrive and you just see hundreds of paddle boards being set up all over the shop. I arrived last night and there was people pumping up paddle boards outside. Parking's always an interesting one.
Yep.
So the first year we had one person, which was Carl Wide from Torbay Council. Amazing job of marshalling car parking as an individual, one individual trying to chaperone 300 odd vehicles to parking spaces. This year we've got Rotary supporting, doing a fantastic job of pointing people in the right directions. Parking is always a really interesting one. I just like loads of stuff like that. It's just these funny little things that kind of crop up.
Yeah.
You try and figure out what's the best way to approach that. But the team are brilliant. And obviously Kelly Woodley, ER Bid is a driving force for Riviera Connect. She does an amazing job of getting everything sorted on time and in the right place.
Oh, fantastic. Obviously, this kind of Riviera Connect kind of started with a bit of sad news. I know that we both knew Pippa Craddock, who sadly passed away. Have you got anything that you want to quickly say about Pippa, that kind of thing? Just while we're here, we've got the space.
Yeah. So it's been really sad. It's a really strange one because when someone passes away, relatively young and completely unexpected, it takes you, it kind of knocks you off a little bit. And I still don't think it's really sunk in.
Yeah,
I keep expecting to walk around the show and just bump into Pippa. And there's a free bar at the end of tonight, and I still strongly anticipate that I'm going to meet Pippa there.
Yes,
which I'm not. But maybe I'll have a drink and toast to cheers. Pippa's going to be deeply missed by a lot of people in the business community. She's a huge part of business in Torbay from her work at Painting Zoo, Wild Planet Trust, and going through that rebrand. And we work with her on that project and develop a working relationship. But privately, Ronnie, her husband, was a member of staff at Big Wave, and he sadly passed away 3 years ago. So Pippa went through that. It's really sad, but there's so many people that have got really strong, positive memories of Pippa. That it's that thing of people live on through other people, don't they? People definitely live on through other people.
100%. She was very much the life and soul of any party, wasn't she? But no, I think that was fantastic that we had that tribute to her at the beginning, and obviously just wanted to make sure that we kind of put that in some words here. Obviously with Riviera Connect, it's about local businesses. It's about, obviously, the business community. In terms of kind of your involvement with the local business community, what's the support that you kind of offer them? What support are you getting from Torbay business community? How does that look for Big Wave Media?
Yeah, different ways. So we deliver training sessions. We've been doing some work with Torbay Council. So through the UK, I can't remember what it's called. It's got one of those bejangled names, isn't it? One of the fundings. So we deliver some training to startup businesses, businesses that are looking to grow. So loving doing that kind of work. And then we're obviously a marketing agency, so we can help businesses to grow and to make a difference. So anything from web development through to social media management, creative brands. We could work with startups, we could work with established businesses. We tend to gravitate towards businesses that work for purpose, that have purpose built into their business. So typically that is organisations that are delivering something impactful in their communities. Might be charities, might be local authorities, might be all sorts of types of businesses, of which there are some amazing businesses around Torbay that deliver work with purpose. So anything marketing based is kind of our bag.
Fair enough. I think it's UKSPF is the
That's
acronym.
the one.
That's the one. Yeah. I just remembered that one as you were talking. In terms of, obviously, we've spoken about the business community and that side of things. Obviously, Torbay, as we can see around the show today, it's very kind of close-knit community as well. There's the common theme of it being Torbay. What do you think makes Torbay such a great place to have a business and do business?
Definitely geography. And I think this is like a wider thing for Devon and pretty much the whole of the Southwest. We're blessed to live in a place where you can look out the window and, generally speaking, you are likely to see an inspiring landscape. Whether you're going to see the sea or you're going to see rolling hills or cliffs or moors or whatever it might be, we're surrounded by beauty. And that's something that, as a county, is really strongly in our favour. And it's more so in Torbay than I would say anywhere else across Devon. We're sheltered by strong winds from the moor. We've got the coastline. So we have this sort of little micro climate, which is gorgeous. So I think if you're going to set up a business and you want to be somewhere just inspiring, and Torbay is really ticks that box. But I think at the moment, Torbay is starting to flourish in terms of economic development. There's so much stuff going on. You can start to see it now. There's buildings going up. We're starting to visually see it. But of course, all that stuff's been in planning for years. So we're really on the precipice of significant growth for Torbay, and that's a really exciting point for us to be at. So I think, any business that wants to be somewhere inspiring, Torbay proper ticks that box.
Fantastic. So in terms of today, Riviera Connect, where can people find Big Wave today? And of course, what are Big Wave looking for in terms of connections, collaborations? What sort of thing are you doing here at Riviera Connect today?
Yep, so we are on stand A9, which is in, I can't remember which room we're in. Which room are we in now? We're in the arena.
Not that it makes any sense to anybody watching or listening.
Yeah, well, if you're listening, this won't make any sense. No, we're in the room that's not this one.
Okay.
So we got a stand, so people can come and say hello on the stand. I'm doing a talk at 10:45.
Fantastic.
Which I'm slightly nervous about because it's called Building a Brand.
Okay.
And it's interactive. And it's a bit like the Netflix Bandersnatch episode, where we've got multiple routes it could go, and it depends on what the audience picks. And I'm going to try and drive it myself. And if I press the wrong button on the PowerPoint, it is all going to go to pot. So wish me luck.
I do. Yeah. Good luck with that one.
But in terms of what we're looking for, definitely looking to meet potential partners, collaborators, businesses that work with purpose.
Yep.
That's who we really love working with organisations that have a community impact. And anyone that's looking for marketing.
Excellent stuff. And just to wrap everything up, obviously we've got the cameras all here. Is there anything else that you would like to say that I've not kind of asked, or anything like, what question would you like me to ask you, and then what's that answer?
What a horrible question. Thank you for that. I I suppose one thing, and like you'll know a lot more about this, given your role in Superb, but with Creative Torbay, I think we've got a great opportunity because Matt from Superb is obviously the chair of Creative Torbay, which is all about trying to champion the sector. And I'd say we're starting to build a bit of momentum behind that. And I really hope it creates a situation that wasn't here when I was growing up, which is that there are creative businesses that young people can take part in work experience with, can learn about, can have an education in creative business or creative industries, and can go into those careers and actually stay living and working in Torbay. I do think we're kind of getting some momentum going with it. So I don't know what the question would be that you'd ask around that, but
that's fair enough.
I think it's a great thing to kind of flag because at the moment it's sort of slightly quiet behind the scenes kind of stuff. But there's a website that's being launched, and local agency called White Space has been appointed to build that. So that'll be coming out in start of 2026, around sort of Feb, kind of March time, and then we go from there. So if there's any creatives out there, I guess it's keep an eye out for Creative Torbay and join it when it comes out.
Excellent stuff, and no doubt we'll probably be talking to a few of those today. And then finally, to wrap up, what can we expect from Big Wave today, and then maybe Q4, little insight into Q6 or 2026? Sorry.
Yeah. Well, we're really lucky to be in this period of just fantastic growth.
Yeah.
So we've taken on it was now 6 people in like the last 6-7 weeks.
Fantastic.
Which is just kind of unprecedented for us. Yeah. So we're in this huge growth phase, or at least for us, that's a big growth phase, and it's really exciting, but it's also slightly scary because you're trying to figure out like partly where are people going to sit, which is always a challenge.
Yeah.
But like your communications change as you kind of grow. So we're growing as an employer, and so we're starting to look at like the services that we offer and how they kind of expand and they're growing out. Looking at the quality of our output and putting more focus into educational training, and we're looking at different ways that we're doing apprenticeships. And there's a lot of exciting stuff that this growth is kind of helping us to, I suppose, to finance in a way. So a lot around that. Obviously, AI, I'm sure, is going to be a big topic you'll be talking about on and off all throughout the day. And we've been using AI for quite a long time. Like realistically, most people have been using some form of AI built into platforms without really realizing it. Like there's been platforms that we've used for years that have now rebranded themselves as AI because they're large language models that just ingest a load of data and spit back out content. So this stuff's not that new in that sense, but that's going to shape every business.
Yeah.
So our business is going to be shaped by that going into the next few quarters, and progressively so. So that's definitely going to form a big part of it, but hopefully positive.
Yeah.
You can look at it negatively or
cautiously optimistic.
You can look at it as an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Well, brilliant, excellent stuff. So lots to look forward to, and congratulations on your growth. And obviously, we'll make sure we keep an eye on that one going forward because there's always good stuff, and obviously always good stuff involved here as well.
Thanks for having me.